So I will begin now. And if you don't mind, I'm going to record it. It's just going to be me, anyways. So you will get the recording afterwards if ever you want to watch this again. And okay, just a sec. Spotlight. All right, let's begin. So let's begin. Seated tall, supremely still. Close the eyes, bring the attention inward. Nothing to do, nothing to seek. Everything we need is already within. Let's begin with the sound of Om 3 times to attract divine attention. Imagine becoming one with all beings. Fix your mind on God alone. Rest your thoughts in God alone. And then God will live hereafter. Of this there is no doubt. May all beings everywhere be happy and free from suffering, and enjoy this practice through our senses. May the Lord guide us and protect us through this practice, and bestow upon us the fruits of knowledge. May we acquire a strong desire for that knowledge that liberates us from pain and suffering. And may we cherish no ill feelings against each other. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Good. So now let's start off with a bit of breathing. So we'll do some Kapalabhati, and then we'll do some Vastrika breathing. Okay, so you can just stay seated for the time being. Sit up tall and straight. And so the Vastrika breathing, the Kapalabhati breathing, just imagine you're throwing the belly button against the front of the spine. Don't worry about the inhale. It happens automatically as a result of the pressure built up by the exhale. So really just try to force the belly button right into the front of the spine, like a drum. So about 1 exhale per second. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, completely empty the lungs. Inhale partway and begin. Do it vigorously in order to generate some heat. Oxygenate the blood, aerate the lungs through this breathing technique. Exhale, push all the air out of the lungs. Now take a deep breath in. Inflate the chest, lift the chest as high as you can, and then Jalandhara Bandha Mula Bandha. Bring the chin onto the top of the chest. Contract the root muscles, pull them up towards the navel. All the attention to the space between the eyebrows.
Keep your attention there to draw all the prana there. Slowly exhale. Controlled, steady breathing out until your lungs are completely empty. Now from the solar plexus, inhale up to the space between the eyebrows. Draw from that source of power within. Exhale back down to the solar plexus. Inhale again. Bring it all the way up to the space between your eyebrows. Hold it there. Again, apply the throat and a root lock. All the attention to the space between the eyebrows. Imagine all beings tapping into your power. Make it available to all. Keep your concentration fixed there. Draw all the power up there for all beings. Slowly exhale. Nice and easy. A nice controlled exhale. Now we're going to do Bhastrika breath. So it's like you're panting like a puppy, but through the nose. So we're going to start off slow and then gradually build. If you accentuate each fourth one, if you go fast, it's almost like a second. It's a little bit longer than a second. So it's... If you get tired, you can always slow down and then pick it up when you're ready again to pick up this speed. And then we'll end again with a kumbhaka, the breath retention. So take a deep breath in. Exhale. Empty the lungs. Inhale part way and begin. Like a train picking up speed, start to go faster. Push all the air out of the lungs on the next exhale. Inhale deeply. Hold the breath again. Chin on the chest. The chest is lifted so the back stays straight. Attract all your attention up to the space between your eyebrows. Everything stops, all the mind fluctuations, the body movements, and even the emotions, like frozen. Slowly exhale. Nice steady stream out. From the solar plexus, inhale again up to the forebrow, the center of the forehead. Exhale back down to the solar plexus. Draw again from that source of inner power. Inhale right up to the space between the eyebrows again. Exhale back down to the solar plexus. Inhale, great big breath in. Inflate the lungs, lift the chest. Jalandhara Bandha, Mula Bandha. Third eye attention. Again, imagine that all the power that you brought up there is going out to all beings everywhere. Make it available for everybody and everything. And in that stillness, we try to keep the temperament always calm, whether we're moving, whether we're whatever situation. Try to stay in that still mindset. Exhale slowly now. Good. Now let's come to standing. So getting ready for the practice now. Bring the hands to the heart center. We'll do the mantra for purification to start. If you know it, you can do it along with me. If not, just imagine you're singing it through, chanting it through the voice of the Guru, and you derive all the benefits of purification of the space, the grounds, and all the psychic channels within. Om Pavitraha Pavitra Va Sawa Vashtanga Topi Va Yaha Smarit Pandrikaksham Sabahya Bihantraha Sjihi. Now swing the arms up. Bring your feet about 10 inches apart. Charging breathing. Inhale. Pull the earth's energy right up through the body, right up to the fingertips. Holding it all at the fingertips, hold the breath. Exhale all the way back down. Feel the earth's energy just flushing right down through the body on the way down. Inhale again. Imagine all the earth's energy being pulled right up to the fingertips. Use your attention to attract it there. Then holding it at the fingertips again, suspend the breath. Exhale all the way back down. Feel the charge rippling all the way down throughout the body. Last time, from the soles of the feet, pull all the energy from the earth right up to the fingertips. Fill your whole being up with it. Then hold it all at the fingertips, hold the breath. Exhale all the way back down. Feel fully charged and energized. Now bring the arms down and we'll do some exercise to prepare the body for the practice. Start to swing from side to side. Throw the arms around the body. Twist. Good. And now bring your hands on the hips. Circle the head. Try to make the circles as large as possible. The chin coming down the front of the chest, the ears touching the shoulders, back of the head touching the top of the back. And then switch the direction of rotation. Try to see the floor in all the directions as the head moves around. Good. And now the right arm, imagine you have a weight in the right hand and circle it forward. And go back. Imagine you're winding up to throw a ball. Forward again. And back. Forward. And back. And then the other arm. Left arm goes forward. And backwards. Loosen up the shoulder. Forward. And switch. Backwards. Forward again. And back. Good. And now bring the arms up over the head. Take hold of the opposite elbows and bend to the left. Go back up to the top and go to the right. Try not to make folds in the waist. Inhale, come up, go to the left again. Hips out towards the right, and then come up. Hips to the left as you bend to the right. Come up and start to make little circles of the head and shoulders, mostly the neck. And then start to bring your chest and your upper back into the movement, so make the circles a little bit larger. And then the whole body circles, the whole trunk, hinging at the hips. Allow the momentum to just throw you right up and back. And then come right back up. And then change the directions again, starting with little circles, head, neck, and shoulders mostly. The rest of the body stays still. And then start to bring A little bit more movement by bringing the chest and the upper back into the movement. And then the whole body circles. Swing down. Trace large circles in front of the body. And then coming back up. Release the arms and shake out the wrists. Move the fingers very, very rapidly. Side to side, like you're shaking water off the hands. And then up and down as fast as you can, like the wings of a hummingbird. Good. Now we're going to bring your arms out to the side. If you need to, you can always hold on to a chair or a wall or something and swing the right leg back and forth. Try to get the knee right to the shoulder. And then the other leg. Loosen up the hip. Release. Now bring the arms up over the head. Press the heels, your palms up towards the sky and lift up off the heels. And come back down, lift the toes, rock back on the heels. Come forward again, push in the roots of your toes, rise up, feel the navel lengthening. Come back down. And up again, push the chest up and back down. Engage your core so you stay steady. Up and back down, drop the shoulders. Next time, lift up, stay there. Imagine trying to push the ceiling right through the roof. Grow taller, keep pressing up. And lower the heels down and release. Good. So now let's come to the front of the mat and continue some warm-ups. Shiva Namaskara. Come to the top of the mat, close the eyes for a moment, bring the hands to the heart. Remember that the renunciation of the fruits of the practice makes it even better than meditation. Makes it a divine act of love towards all beings. So imagine this as your divine duty to all beings everywhere. So let's try to move together as one, like a school of fish. Raise your arms up over the head, arch back. Fold down, Uttanasana, bring the hands to the ground. Right foot back into a lunge, sink down to the seat. Good. Then come into high plank, lower down the knees, bring the seat all the way back behind the heels. Now glide forward between the arms. Lift the chest, bring the head all the way back. Roll over come all the way back, your seat behind the heels. Come forward again, brush your nose to the ground. Glide forward into your Cobra. One last time. Bring the seat all the way back. And glide forward, brush your nose to the ground, raise the head. Roll over your toes, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Allow the heart to melt towards the ground, the head to come down below the arms. Look to the hands, right foot steps forward, sink down to the seat, press the seat in, lift the head. Bring the feet back together, Uttanasana, chest on the thighs, head down. Come right to standing, reach up and back over the head. And come back to the heart. Reach up. Imagine you're facing the sun doing this. The light and the warmth of the sun represents God. Left foot back into a lunge. Sink down to the seat. Make this a divine offering to God. Bring the feet together, plank, lower the knees, the seat all the way back again. Once again, pull the body through between the arms. Lift the head, bring it all the way back, and then bring the seat all the way back behind the heels. Start again 2 more times. Glide forward. Pull the floor towards you to propel yourself forward with more power and gracefulness. All the way back. Come forward. Lift the chest, bring head all the way back. Roll over your toes, Adho Mukha Svanasana, melt the heart again. Bring the left foot forward to the hands, gazing up as though an offering. Feet come together, head down, a gesture of humbleness. Come all the way up to standing, reach up and back. Hands back to the heart. Keep going. Don't worry about the breath. Just move the body in a way that feels natural.
that allows the breath to remain steady and even. The breath will figure it out and deliver fluidity and ease of movement. Bring the right foot back into lunge. Into the plank, Ashtanga Namaskara, knees, chest, forehead down. Come forward into the Cobra, Hanumanasana. Look to the hands, right foot forward. Sink down to the seat. And bring the feet back together, bow to the legs, humbly. Come all the way up. Make as though you're surrendering completely to service. Bring the hands back to the heart. Raise your arms up again. Fold down. Fold the body in half. Left foot back into a lunge. Into the plank. Ashtanga Namaskara, knees, chest, forehead down. Come forward into the Cobra. All the way back out of Uttanasana. Lift the seat up and back. Left foot steps forward, landing it quietly. Always move in a way that is pleasing for the witness to watch. Imagine the witness, the supreme witness is God watching everything. Hands back to the heart. So make this the most divine offering you can. Reach up. Pull the body down onto your legs. Now bend your knees, glue your belly to your thighs, join the hands behind the back. Extend through the crown and pull the head down towards the ground, Uttanasana. If you can, straighten your legs by pushing your body into your legs. Feel as though you're trying to get your head to come right on top of your feet. Then release the hands, bring them down, bring the right foot back, lower the knee down, sink down to the seat. Raise your arms over the head, Kapiyasana, pull the body up out of the hips. And then bring the hands back down. Plant the hands. Good. Now here, Ekapada Adho Mukha Svanasana. Raise the left leg all the way up and back, three-legged dog. That's it. Come forward into your plank position. Lower down. First the chest. Keep the elbows close to the body. The chest comes between your hands. And then the toes come down. Glide right into the Cobra. Back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Make as though you're doing a divine dance. Move gracefully. Right leg comes up, three-legged dog. And then step the foot between the hands again. Back knee down, sink down to the seat. Arms up over the head, reach up and back. Keep watching the body moving all by itself. Plant the hands down, slide your left foot in to meet the right. Belly to your thighs, join the hands behind the back, extend through the crown, and dive down, Uttanasana. Head again comes close to the feet. The body folds right in half. Then release the hands, bring them up over the head. Arch back. As you see fit, hands back to the heart. Raise your arms up over the head again. Tap into the consciousness of the movements. Open yourself up to divine grace, and then folding down, surrendering as though in humility. Bend the knees, bring your chest on your thighs, join hands behind the back, and pull the hands over the head, face to the shins, the seat up over the heels. Release the hands now, left foot back. Lower the knee down, sink down to the seat, Kapiyasana. Raise your arms above the head, pull the body above the hips, reach back. And then place your hands back down. Three-legged dog, Ekapada Adho Mukha Svanasana. Raise the right leg all the way up and back. Good, come forward into your plank, lower the chest down. Keep your elbows close to the body so that you can control the descent. It's nice and slow and controlled. Right through into Cobra. Beautiful. Back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. And then the left leg comes all the way up and back again. Step it between your hands. Back knee down, sink down to the seat. Arms up over the head, arch back. And bring the hands back down. Step the feet back together. Chest on the thighs, join the hands, telescope the head forward, and pull the body down onto your legs. Release the hands, sweep them up over the head. Arch back. Return home, hands to the heart. Again, reach up over the head. Come down. Uttanasana. Slide your hands forward a little bit. Raise your right leg up. Extended standing split. And from here, full standing split. Pull the nose in towards the knee. Bring the right leg up higher. Straight line from top foot down to the bottom foot. Setting up for warrior one now. Bring the right foot back down. Come into a lunge. Come up. Consciousness of a warrior. Proud and strong and determined. Bring your arms up over the head. And then circle the arms down, allow the head to fall back. Good. Now plant your hands down. Good. Swing the left leg up. Ekapada Adho Mukha Svanasana. Now here, downward facing scorpion. Bend the knee and then come into wild thing. So fall towards the right. Plant the toes down and come into wild thing. And then come right back the same way. Push into the right hand. Keep the right hip lifted. Ekapada Adho Mukha Svanasana again. Raise the left leg up. Yeah, beautiful. Step the foot between the hands. Back foot flat. Virabhadrasana again. Raise your arms up over the head. And then circle your arms down. Allow the head to fall back again. All the movements graceful, like you're doing a divine dance of devotion. Bring the right leg up. Extended standing split. Then close the gap between the body and the leg. Bring the right leg up higher, right over the left foot. And bring the right foot down to meet the left. Uttanasana. Pull the body down onto your legs. Come all the way up to standing. Arch back. Hands back to the heart. Again, sweep the arms up over the head. Keep your temperament the same, the mindset the same. Always willing to look at new perspectives, through new perspectives. Take your hands forward. Left foot comes up, extended standing split. And then again, fold the body down onto your legs, full standing split. Left foot comes up nice and high, and nose comes to the shin. Now bend the right leg. Set up for Virabhadrasana 1. Left foot comes down. Raise your arms up over the head. Strong, mighty warrior. Good. Now circle the arms down. Allow the head to fall back. Open yourself up to divine grace. Now plant the hands down to the ground. Swing the right leg all the way up. Ekapada Adho Mukha Svanasana. Bend the knee. Come into downward facing scorpion. Turn. Allow the right foot to drop right down to the left. Coming into wild thing. Hips and chest up. And then come back the same way. Push into your left hand. Keep your left hip high. Return to three-legged dog. That's it. And step the foot between the hands. Back foot flat. Virabhadrasana 1 again. Sweep the arms up like you're brandishing your sword. Circle the arms down. Allow the head to fall back again. And then plant your hands down. Swing the left leg all the way up. Extended standing split, full standing split. And bring the left foot back down to meet the right. Fold the body down onto your legs. Come all the way up to standing, reach up and back. Hands back to the heart. Good. Up over the head again. Come down. Uttanasana. The other side now. Plant the hands, left leg up. Did we do this leg already? Did we do this twice already? All right, well, let's just do this again. Extend through the head and pull the forehead down towards the shin. Left foot comes up high. And bring the left foot down. And then sweep the arms up. Virabhadrasana 1. Circle the arms down. Allow the head to fall back. Plant the hands. Swing the right leg up. I guess we did do this side already. Sorry about that. It's okay. We'll do it again. So bend the knee and fall to your left. Come into wild thing. And then come right back. Same way. Three-legged dog. Step the foot between the hands. Back foot flat. Rise up to standing. Reach the arms up over the head. Circle the arms down. Allow head to fall back. And then plant your hands. Left foot comes up. Three-legged dog. Pull the body in towards the leg. Standing split. And left foot comes in to meet the right. Pull the body down onto your legs. Come right up to standing. Reach up and back. Hands back to the heart. Always be receptive to all the experiences. Raise your arms up over the head. Arch back. Bring your hands down to the ground. Uttanasana. From here, lift up 3 times. So press into your hands and lift up. Try to have your seat hovering over your wrists. Now you come on up and down, nice and light. And the 4th time, extend the legs back into chaturanga. That's it. Through into upward facing dog. Stay here for a moment. Pull the chest forward, the head back. Pulse a little bit here. Try to get your nose up to the sky like a dog howling at the moon. Then roll over your toes, back into downward facing dog. Melt the heart. Try to get the heart down towards the ground. See if you can get your shoulders to come down without bending your arms. If you're very flexible, you might be able to get your chin or your forehead to the ground. Now from here, lift up the heels, bend the knees, come up 3 times again. So you have to really push in through with your fingers, grip the floor with your finger pads. And then come up 3 times lightly. And the 4th time, land your feet at the hands. Good. Good. Once you're landing at the hands, pull the body down onto your legs. Come all the way up to standing. Reach up and back. Hands back to the heart. Good. And another variation. Raise your arms over the head. Fold down onto your legs, Uttanasana. Slide your hands forward. Raise the right leg up. Extended standing split. Then again, full standing split. Bring the nose to the shin, bring the right leg up higher. Now bring the head up again a little bit. Look a little bit forward between your hands, and then here, press into your hands. See if you can pull up. Float the left foot up off the ground 3 times. Imagine being lifted up by the hips. And bring the left foot up to meet the right. Come into full handstand if you feel comfortable. Bend your elbows. Back into chaturanga. That's it, nice. Into upward facing dog. Roll right back into downward facing dog. Melt the heart. Again, roll forward. Round your back. Making your way into upward facing dog. Arch the back. Bring your head back. Round your back again. Tuck your chin in. Back into downward facing dog. Sink the heart towards the ground. One last time. Tuck the chin in. And then uncoil into upward facing dog. And then again, back into downward facing dog. The head down below the arms. Now from here, bring the right foot between the hands. Lift the left leg up immediately. Come into extended standing split. Full standing split. Bring the nose again towards the shin. The body glued against the leg. The left foot comes up right high. Then again, lift your hand chest again. From here, you want to have your foot close to your wrist. And then see if you can lift up. Imagine you're being lifted up from the hips from above by God. See if you can hover. Maybe bring the right foot up to meet the left. Full handstand. Hinge at the hips. And bring the feet down together. Beautiful. Yeah, nice, everybody. Good. Come back into Uttanasana. Come all the way up to standing. Reach up and back. And bring the hands back to the heart. Take pause here for a moment. From the heart, inhale up to the space between the eyebrows. Exhale back down to the heart. Let go of all attachments to the results. Let go of all expectations. If you focus too much on these things, then the practice becomes too much of an attachment. So focus instead on just trying to see God and how God manifests in all forms. So let's continue with a flow. A little bit of a variation on Shiva Namaskara. Raise your arms up over the head. And then reach back behind. Go as far as you feel comfortable. Imagine you're made of elastic. So you might be able to go pretty far depending on your flexibility. Imagine your fingertips coming to touch the ground behind your feet. Come all the way back up. Fold down onto your legs. Uttanasana, any version you like. You can take hold of your opposite elbows if you like. Pull your body against the legs. Or step on your hands with your heels. Pull your body right in. Try to get your legs straight if you can. But of course, move according to your condition. That's it. Now from here, bring your hands down. option here to try to make your way into handstand and back into chaturanga. So bring your shoulders over the fingertips, lift the heels, pull your legs up, and bend your elbows into chaturanga. Good. Through into upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Notice how even downward facing dog is the way of going upside down. It's an inversion. Allow the head to go down. Express humbleness and humility, the loyalty of the dog to its master. And then bring the left foot forward to the hands. Lower the knee, sink down to the seat. Kapiyasana. Raise your arms up over the head. You can take hold of the opposite elbows. Start. Allow the head to fall back in your arms. So feel as though you're lying back. Bring your body away from the front leg. From here you can stretch your arms, full Kapiyasana. Allow your head to drop back. And see if you can see the index fingers of the land. Maybe they'll land right over the back toe eventually. Any variation, go ahead. You can do swan, you can stay here. You can try to bring the foot up. Whatever you like to do. Good. And then come back. Bring your hands down on the ground on the inside of the front foot. Roll to the right. So you get the right hip to anchor down, the right forearm. Roll back to your left forearm down. Lizard. Now telescope the chest forward. Try to bring your body forward as much as possible. The more you lengthen, the closer the body comes down to the ground. Be very flexible. Maybe your chest will come right down to the ground. Make sure your knee is close to the shoulder. No variations here. Go ahead. That's it. Imagine you have a weight sitting on top of your seat and it's just pressing down that weight onto your body. Eventually it just spreads all the way along the torso. Flatten out. Be like a lizard, sunning itself on a warm earth. Now from here, come back onto the hands. From here, move the shoulder back in behind the knee. Vasisthasana. So then you lift the back knee, turn to the right. It's sort of like a Vasisthasana, except your left leg is over the left arm. You can keep your foot close to your chest. If you push the shoulder into the back of the leg, you can extend your leg. You can bind the foot or just allow your right arm to come up. Okay. That's the idea. Really press into the back of the knee. That's it, Georgia. Beautiful. That's the idea. Sink your seat a little bit, Boyan. There you go. Good. All right. Now from here, bring the right hand back down. Look forward. If you can, right into Kundinasana from here. So come forward. Allow your belly to sit on your elbows. You can either stay here, or if you can, press into your hands. Come up into Kundinasana. You have to push into your hands in order to allow the legs to come up. Or you can come back into chaturanga. That's it. Beautiful, Brian. All right, now come back into Cobra, downward facing dog. And bring the right foot forward. Lower the knee down. Sink down to the seat. Again, start again with Kapiyasana. Take hold of your opposite elbows and just press your head back into the arms. Allow your head to fall back, your body to fall back. Push your chest up. Curl the tail under. And then you can take your arms, straighten your arms, bring your hands together in Kali Mudra, the mudra of fearlessness and fierceness. Embody it in your posture. Any variation again you like, if you know swan or no other variations in this pose, go ahead. Break the pose, coming back out. And from here, prepare for lizard. So just slide your left toes back a little bit more, fall to your left. So the left side of the hip and the left arm forearm comes down. Roll to the right, right forearm comes down. And keep on pulling your chest forward. Sink down to the hips. And see if you can get your chest closer and closer to the ground. Imagine you're telescoping your body out of your hips. Imagine you had weights in your hip pockets. Make sure your knee stays close to the shoulder. That's it. Sink down through the hips. Good. Now come back onto the hands, bend the toes under, lift the back knee and turn to your left a little bit. Sort of like you're setting up for a side lunge, and move the right shoulder in behind the right knee. So you have to allow your leg to sit on the arm. Bring your weight back into the right hand and bring your right leg up and see if you can extend the leg. Of course, if you can take the bind, go ahead. Pull the foot over take hold of the foot and pull the leg straight out. That's the idea. And bring the left hand down to the ground, turn forward, spin on your toes, look forward. From here, you can come forward, allow your belly button to land between your elbows and bring the left leg up, Kundinasana. If you have the strength, push into your hands, push into your left elbow into the body, lift your legs right up, down to Kundinasana. Watch the body moving by itself. Back into Chaturanga. Good. Through into upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. And now bring the left foot forward. Virabhadrasana 1. Raise your arms up over the head. Reach up high. Bring the head all the way back. Look up beyond your fingertips. Expression of abject devotion to God. We're going to go into Toppling Tree next. Sweep the arms behind the back. Interlace the fingers. Drag the right foot in as much as you need to. Raise your right leg up. And see if you can bring your arms up higher, over your hands over your shoulders. Arch the back a little bit. Try to get your head to the height of the knee, but then lift your chest. Try to get your right foot higher than the head. Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful. All right, option here. Bring your hands, release your hands, bring them down to the ground, and see if you can swing up into stag. So take a few jumps. And see if you can come into stag. If you press your left foot into your thigh, you might get a nice shape. So just try a few times. Nice. Awesome, Boyan. Beautiful. That's it. That's it. Good. Good, Georgia. All right, so now we're going to land. From there, land your left foot down. Stay with your right foot up. Right into Alde Chandrasana. Your left hand comes just in front of the foot. Open up to the right. Raise the right arm up. Turn your body sideways. Option here to take the bind, take the foot, push the foot away from your seat. Bring the leg up higher. And then look forward, roll the right hip down. Press off your left foot. Come into dancer. Float up. And you can take different variations here. If you know any of the variations of dancer, you can go ahead. Some of you like to do the overhand one. If you have the shoulders to do so, you can do that one if you like. So just try different shapes of the form. And like a dancer who assumes all the different roles, we're doing this through our practice as well. We're just trying to find again how God manifests in all the different forms. Beautiful. That's it. Chest forward. That's the idea. Good. All right, from here we're going to exit into Warrior 2. Bring the right foot down and sink down. Try to get low as possible, your knee over the front foot. Come forward, give a sense of purpose and direction. And then spin forward. Parivita Kanasana. Raise the right arm up and then dive down with the elbow to the outside of the leg. You can keep your hands in Anjali Mudra if you like. Turn your chest and face up towards the left, or left arm goes over your back and hold it from underneath your, against your belly. Push through the back heel, lift your chest, bring your head back. Good. Try to get your left shoulder all the way back so the chest is facing straight up, like you're lying on your back. That's it, Brian. Good. Keep going. Right. Option here. Bound Alde Chandrasana. Look forward. Bring the right foot in. You have to get close enough so the left hip is over the left heel. And see if you can raise the right leg up so your head is coming towards the ground. If it's too much to do it with your bind, you can bring the right hand down and do just a regular revolved Alde Chandrasana. Okay, so lots of different options here. Excellent. And then bring the right foot back down. Step back into plank, lower down into chaturanga. Right through into upward facing dog. Every form, explore, just try to embody the characteristics to the fullest extent. One form melts in the other. Eventually we're all the same. We all merge together as one. Downward facing dog. And then the right foot steps to the hands, back foot flat. Virabhadrasana 1. Raise your arms up over the head. Take the head back. Every pose says, I am yours to do service. Sweep the arms down, interlace your fingers, slide your left foot in, and then raise it up, coming into Toppling Tree. You have to fall a little bit towards your toes. Try to get your hands right over your shoulders. Good. All right, you can stay here or plant your hands, and again, swing up into your stags. Take a few jumps if you need to. Just keep trying. And then just try to find different creative forms. Push into your hands. Watch your body moving by yourself. Bury your mind deep in the heart. The body will move with more steadiness and grace and ease. Beautiful. Everybody looks amazing. Good. Now you bring the right foot back down to the ground. Right hand on the ground. And just turn to your left. Your left foot is still up. Come into Alde Chandrasana. That's it. Raise the left arm up. Bend the knee, take hold of the foot, push the foot away from your body. And then look forward, roll the left hip down, press into the right foot, take a half breath in so you can come up lighter. And then again, take whatever form of dance you like. Explore the different possibilities. You can only go as far as the imagination, Dharma says. So keep cultivating a boundless imagination. That's it. Release the foot back into Warrior 2. Slide your feet out further. Come forward a little bit. Sink down nice and deep. Long and strong. Now turn towards the front. Lift the back heel. Parivita Kanasana. Left arm comes up. Dive the arm down to the outside of the leg. From here, you can take a bind if you have a bind, or just keep your hands in Anjali Mudra. Push back through the right heel, left heel, and then extend your line. Try not to allow your back, the knee, or the hip to sag. Keep your line straight from the heel all the way to the crown. The right shoulder moves all the way back. That's it, yep. Keep going. Press the center of the chest towards your thumbs. There you go. Feel so you're lying on your back. Turn your face and chest up. All right, so now Getting ready for revolved Alde Chandrasana. You can do this with the bind if you still have the bind, or just bring your left hand down and right arm up. The left leg lifts. Try to get your foot higher than the head. That's it. Push your hips in a little bit. Good. Bring the left shoulder back, the top shoulder back a little bit, the right shoulder. Beautiful. All right. Exit the pose. Bring the foot back down. Come back to high plank. All right. Vasisthasana from here. Lift your hips up. Adho Mukha Savasana. I like to do it from here because it gets the hips higher. Move the left hand towards the right. Turn towards the right for Vasisthasana. From here, if you know other variations, you can slide your right toes back. Keep your hip high. Bring your knee up. Take hold of the knee. Take hold of the foot. Or you can go right into Urdhva Dhanurasana. Try to get your head dangling towards the earth again. Just explore the many different ways you can go upside down. Change your perspective. Doesn't always have to be in an arm balance or handstand. This is an inversion. And then come back to downward facing dog. Try it on the other side now. Right hand moves towards the left. Go into Vasisthasana. And again, see if you can explore different variations. Your hips are up. Your head is all the way back. Close to the ground perhaps. You can take hold of the foot or the knee. Or you can make your way right into Urdhva Dhanurasana. Spin on your right heel to palm. Eventually your right and your left hands and your feet are in the same line. Good. Beautiful. Back into downward facing dog. Make your way back. Come forward into plank. Lower down the chest. Chaturanga. Through into upward facing dog. And back into downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out. Now if you can, place your head on the ground behind your hands. Raise the left leg up. Raise the left leg up. Now if you have the steadiness, especially if your head's on the ground, you can try to move your right hand back. Take hold of the inner shin. If you can take hold of the inner heel and just bring your step on your fingers with your heel. If it's too much, you can just bring your hand somewhere on the outside of the leg. So just try different things here. Just try to find a balance. Okay. And then bring the right hand back beside your left. So some of you might know Nira Lambasana. So you take your hands a little bit wider. And from here, you can press off your toes. Left foot comes back. And you come into a headstand variation. If it's too much to have your hands behind your back, bring them where it's comfortable. You can come into tripod or you can bring your hands in front. I like to have the backs of my hands on the ground. So this is another variation if you have shoulder issues, if you can't get your arms behind your head. Okay, so just come into a headstand with your left leg leading. If you feel comfortable, you can eventually bring your legs together. That's it. All right. Now from here, keep your left leg up, bring the right foot down. Push into your hands, come back into three-legged dog. So lift your head up off the mat now. Left leg up. Good. Now we're going to swing it all the way forward, coming into Hanumanasana. So pull the leg all the way through. If you don't make it all the way in Hanumanasana, first time, don't worry about it. Just again, don't come to a place of pain or anxiety. You can just stop where the foot stops and just work your pose again deeper into Hanumanasana. Keep your shoulders over the hips. And if you're flat down, you can eventually take your arms up. This pose expresses devotion, faith and courage. Embody all those characteristics. And bring the hands down now. Lean to your left. Fold the left leg in. Coming into pigeon. Okay, so stay upright first. Bring your hands on your seat. Bring your shoulders back, your head back. You can stay in this pose. If you know other variations, go ahead. You can see if you can slide your hands back to the back leg. Press your thumb into the back of the knee and use your hand to guide the knee so the foot comes closer to the head perhaps. If you know other versions, Kapiyasana, you can try that as well, King Pigeon. So whatever you're working on, go ahead. Just go according to your condition. Beautiful. That's it. Break the pose. Bring your hands down. And from here we're going to move the left foot out a little bit more so that's in line with the knee. Just shift to the right a few times. Try to get the front of the right hip to anchor down. Okay, and then hold the foot with the right hand and just slide your left hand forward. Come into prone pigeon. So eventually maybe your body will land on your leg. Your leg is close to the throat. And keep reaching forward. Forehead down. As so, again, in surrender. Reach forward. Telescope the body forward. And then bring your hands back towards your body. From here, move your knees so that's a little bit on the inside of the hip. Walk your hands around to your left. You're going to place your elbow against the knee. And your left hand is sort of on the outside of the left hip. Slide it out a little bit and push into your knee with your elbow, push into your hand, and turn to look over your left shoulder. It's a little bit of a twist here. Now from here, this is a way of getting into forearm balance here. So you slide your left hand back so it's in line with your wrist and lift your seat. From here, turn forward. If you want, you can see if you can come up. So you're on one forearm and one hand. Okay, so this is an option. If you feel more comfortable with coming into regular forearm balance, you can bring your left forearm down. You don't have to come onto your hand. It's just a variation. That's it, forearms down, and then, that's it, Brian, good. That's it, Boyan, yeah, that's it, yeah, good. A little bit more. There you go, one more time. You got it. Beautiful, Georgia, that's it. All right, beautiful, come back down. Then from here, come back into plank, lower down into chaturanga, through into cobra or upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. Again, see if you can get your head right down onto the mat behind your hands. Raise the right leg up. And see again if you can take your left hand back, hold the inside of the left heel, or the shin, or if it's too much, bring your hand to the outside of the leg. Just try to come on the one hand. Raise the right leg up higher. And then bring the hand back alongside the other one. Open up your hands a little bit. Nira Lambasana. Keep your head on the ground and just raise the right leg up. Keep going back until the left leg comes up. And if you want, you can eventually bring your feet together. Again, you can do other variations of headstand if this Nira Lambasana is not accessible. So again, go according to your comfort level. That's it. Good.
All right. So now gently come back down with your left foot. Come down. Your right foot stays up. And move your hands in front of your body, your head again for downward up, three-legged dog. Lift your head up off the ground. And swing the right leg through between your arms, Hanumanasana. You can stop where you need to, and then just work your progressively into the pose. Just pulse. Eventually, maybe your seat will come down, your root will come down. Try to have your shoulders over your hips. And if you're all the way down, you can take your arms up and do other variations of Hanumanasana if you know them. Reach up. That's it. And then release, bring your hands down. From here, shift to the right, come into Pigeon. Pull the right heel in, right close to the front of the left hip. And upright Pigeon to start. Press down with your seat, lift the chest up away from the hips, bring the head all the way back. And here you can take other variations if you want to try to bring your foot up to meet the head. If you can press your thumb, your left thumb into the back of the knee and hold the outside of the knee, you might be able to guide the foot where it has to go, closer to the head. And then from here you can maybe take your right hand up to the foot and then the other. Through constant practice, you learn all sorts of tricks to find your way into the poses. Good. Now release. Come into Pigeon. Down, prone Pigeon. So move your left foot out a little bit further still, in line with the knee, and just rock to your left. Try to get the front of the left hip to come down, anchor down. Hold the foot with your left hand, slide the right hand forward until your chest lands on your thigh, and bring the left arm forward as well. And try to lengthen as much as possible, get your body down. Now bring your hands back towards the body. And now here you want to move the knee in a little bit to the left, so a little bit inside the hip. Walk your hands all the way around to the right. You push your left elbow against the outside of the right knee, your right hand just beside your hip, and slide it out a little bit. Push into your hand, straight right arm, push into the knee, and turn to look over your right shoulder. A little bit of a twist here. Pull the right hip back. Try not to make any folds in your waist. Then from here, if you like, make your way into forearm balance. So slide your hand back, lift the hips up, and from here you can just swivel your legs around as you need to make your way up. Take a few bounces if you need to come up. Again, one hand flat on the ground if you like in tripod, the other on forearm, or both forearms down. That's the idea. Good, good. Bring the feet right together, Boyan. Yeah, that's it, Georgia. Bring your hand a little bit closer. The hand, it should be like a tripod. There you go, that's it. Good. All right, come back. There you go. Come back down. Make your way into plank position. Lower down, chaturanga. Through into upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Making our way forward to Uttanasana. So if you want, you can press up into handstand if you like. Or jump into handstand and land your feet down between your hands.
Uttanasana. Pull the body down onto your legs. Once you're ready, head down low. And then coming up, raise your arms over the head. Kali Mudra, index fingers together. Separate your feet if you feel more comfortable. Inhale, lift up, hips forward, engage the buttocks and the upper back muscles. And again, reach back behind. Standing back bend. Go as far as you feel comfortable. Come all the way back up. Bring the hands back to the heart. From the heart, inhale up to the space between the eyebrows. Exhale back down to the heart. Remain established in your divine duty to all beings everywhere. Don't worry about the results again. Just do your best. It's the effort and the intention that are most important. And now come down onto your seat. Parivita. So if you don't have any issues with your knees, lean to your left, lean to your right and fold the left leg back so the foot is beside your hip. And bring the right knee in towards your chest. I'll do it this way actually, see. And then from here, take hold of the foot and just push the foot, push on the foot, try to get your knee back behind your body. So just loosen up the hip a little bit. And then bring the foot forward, bring it across the chest. If you can, take it in the crook of the arm and then just cradle it back and forth, rock it back and forth. Push the foot towards your left. Try to have your heel on the same line as the knee, the same height, close to the throat. Now from here, bring the foot back forward. Push the knee all the way back as far as you can behind the body and bring the right shoulder in front of the knee, compass pose. You can take your left hand and push into the bottom of the heel and lift the leg up, or if you can, reach across the front of the foot, take hold of the outer edge of the foot and pull the leg up and back. Sometimes it's nice to walk a hand further back and lean back as though you're going to fall on your back. That's it. Stretch. Make sure you're not, this prevents you from just hunching down, from falling into your hips. Now from here, come back upright and bring the foot all the way across to your left. If you can't, get into your Padma, your lotus. So bring your foot into your left hip crease. Parivita Kanasana. If it doesn't go into your hip easily, then just bring it, press the foot against the inseam of the leg. So now go to the right. Bring the right arm all the way around your back. Let's see if you can hold the toes or the ankle if you're more flexible to heel. Left hand comes to the outside of the right knee. You can either just press the back of the fist against the knee or step on your fingers with your hand, the palm down, with your knee, I mean. I'll try to have both sides of the seat grounded. There you go. Pull on the foot, lift through the chest. One more twist from low down in the body, from the base of the hips. Feel the spine spiraling around like upwards like a corkscrew. And then come back to face forward. So from here, lean to your right and bring the left foot out in front. Okay, so now from here, we're going to come forward. Sit on your left heel. If you can reach around, bind the big toe, and see if you can bring your left arm up. If it's too much, you can just keep your fingertips on the ground or bring your hands just together in front for prayer. That's it. Sit on your heel. You have to push the heel into the right to the left side of the sit bone. Okay? And then bring your hands down. This is for fun. Again, staying with the theme of going upside down, press into your hands and lift your seat. Uttanasana. Pull the body down onto your legs, the head coming close to the feet. Now from here, option to come up into handstand. So to come into handstand for this, you want to really push the heel into, where it comes close to the front of the hip, in the hip crease, and this will engage the Mula Bandha. Okay, so you press into your hands, and you see if you can lift up. Take a few hops. Some of you might be able to get into full lotus from here. Okay, so you want to imagine you're being lifted up from above by the hips. That's it. That's it, Georgia. Yeah, keep going. Shoulders, there you go, you're almost there. Push into your hands. It's beautiful, Boyan. That's it. Good. And then come back down. All right, next side. Go to the other side now. So we're going to fold the right leg back. The left knee comes to the shoulder. Hold the foot, and again, push the knee back behind the body a few times. And then bring the leg across the front of the body in the crook of the arm and just cradle it like a baby. Just push the foot back and forth. Try to keep the body straight, the back straight. Bring the foot back in front. Push it back behind you and bring the left shoulder in front of the knee. Compass pose. You can take hold of the heel again and push the foot up, or reach across the front, take hold of the outer edge of the foot. Now see if you can slide your left hand back, further back behind this hip, left hip. Lean back, feel as though you're going to lie on your back. Raise the leg up, push with the back of the shoulder. This is a good stretch for preparing to go with your leg behind your head. Good, and then bring the foot back in front, bend the knee, and bring the foot into your lotus if you can, your half lotus with your foot in the right hip crease, or again, if you don't have a lotus, just press the heel against the root of the body, the foot against the inseam of the leg. Reach around towards your left, take your arm around your back, hold the toes of the foot if you have the foot on your lap, and then your right hand on the outside of the left knee. Lift up through the chest, turn to your left. Twists are very detoxifying. We often don't twist quite enough. Keep your seat down and keep visualizing the spine like a corkscrew, twisting around and around itself and upwards. Eventually your chin comes over the back shoulder. And then come back to face forward. Lean to your left, bring the right foot in front, press into your fingertips, and come forward so that you lift your heel and you're sitting on your right heel. Press the heel against the inside of the sit bone. Left hand, if you have a lotus, can reach around, hold the big toe, and raise your right arm up. Or if you don't have the lotus, you can even just bring your foot out in front, a little bit out, just closer to the knee, and try to bring your hands together. Balance. Just sitting on your right heel. Okay, so just try to find the balance there. That's it. There you go. Good, Georgia. Nice, Brian. Excellent. Okay, I'm just coming back here. All right, now from here, release the toe. Place your hands down and lift your seat. Uttanasana. Keep your lotus if you have your lotus, or if you don't have a lotus, no big deal. Just come into regular Uttanasana. And from here again, press into your handstand if you feel like coming upside down into your tree. So your heels of the palms are in line with your toes. Move your shoulders over the fingertips. As you press your heel into your hip crease, it helps you to engage the muscles needed to come into your handstand. Okay, so any variation you like. That's it, Brian. Good, beautiful, Boyan. Nice, Georgia. That's it.
Good. All right. Seems like you guys can stay there forever. Come down. Beautiful. And relax here in Uttanasana. And then bring your seat down. Okay, so come to child's pose for a moment. Breathe in. Breathe out. Soften everything. Now headstand, Shavasana. So any variation you like. Those of you who know how to have a lotus can try to climb up onto your arms. Place your hands down, your head in front of your hands, and see if you can bring your knee, your shin right onto your upper arm. Press into your hands, and then bring your other leg up. Or come up any way you like. So just, if you have a lotus, you can do this way, or you can come up any which way you like. Whichever way you come up, once you arrive, take your attention to the space between the eyebrows. And hold your attention there. Leave the body by itself. If you have a lotus, you can do a lotus. Good. Bring your hips back a little bit, Boyan. That's it. And you have to lean towards your forearm a little bit. Press the head into the wrist, inside of the wrist. Hips stay back a little bit. That's the idea. Good. Yeah, you have to lean a little bit towards the side of your forearm so that you can find a balance if you're coming up on one arm. Okay. That's the idea. It's coming. Good. Just nice and straight. Once you're in the pose, you can just, if you want, you can start to do variations now. So if you want, you can just start to move your legs around and do other things. Try to come up on one hand or whatever you want to do. Okay, so if you're coming up on one arm, one forearm stays beside the head, it's the easiest way. And if your right forearm's down, bring your left leg back. Keep one leg split, so you can come onto your fingertip of the index finger. You have to lean towards the forearm a little bit. And then hold your breath and take your arm up. Okay, so you have to bring your leg back. Allow the foot to hang close to the ground behind you. That's it. Your foot should be bring the heel all the way back as though you're trying to get to the ground behind you. This will give you a better balance to try to, good. Flex your feet as well. Bend your toes back. Yeah, this will keep your leg engaged even more. And when you're ready, there you go, that's it. Bring your hips back a little bit more, Boyan. That's the idea. Almost. Okay? That's it, Georgia. Press into the forearm. Hold your breath when you want to come up. Flex your toes. That's the idea. You have to keep pushing back through the back foot behind you. Okay, so the leg that's behind you, keep pushing through that foot. So that will keep you from falling forward. Okay? Yeah. All right, give it one more try. Just watch the body moving by itself. That's it. Bring the foot all the way back as though you're trying to touch the ground behind your back. Flex your feet. Keep your toes active. Press into the forearm that's beside your head. That's it. That's it. Yeah. Awesome. All right. Come down in child's pose. We're going to go into shoulder stand next. So just relax for a moment. Breathe in. Breathe out. All right. Make your way into shoulder stand.
So you can go from your back and up, or you can go from the front. If you're coming from the front, you come into downward facing dog. You bring your forearms down to the ground. You open your elbows a little bit. Okay, so you bring your top head to the ground. You walk your feet forward. And then you have to really roll. So your elbows might come up a little bit. And then you try to get onto the tops of the shoulders. And then you bring your legs up. So if you have no shoulder or neck issues, you can try that one. So you have to really just try to push your upper back into the ground. So you have to really bend your chin really close to your chest. You have to stretch the back of your neck. You might have to lift your elbows up a little bit, okay? That's it. And once you're in shoulder stand, you can come into your lotus if you have lotus, or just push your feet up towards the sky. Try to have your toes in the same line as your chin. Bring your elbows a little bit in, Brian. That's it. Now catch your, you almost had it, Georgia. Just move your hands a little bit faster. Just try to slow it down as much as possible. Press into your roots, your toes as you're coming over, and then bring your hands to your back as soon as possible so you don't fall. Okay, so you try to catch your back before you fall down onto the back, okay? Good. Once you're in shoulder stand, bring your attention to the space between the eyebrows. That's it. There you go. Oh, you almost had it. You're getting very close. You've got the right idea. It's just a little bit of practice. Okay. Good. So make your way into shoulder stand and then plow pose. Yeah. Oh, very close. I can feel it. It's coming. It's very close. It's very, very, very close. Just have to push really round your back and really push the top of the back down into the ground, okay? So really work on getting your chin right into your chest. Okay, good. All right, so just make your way into plow pose here. And then from here, we're going to get ready to come into fish. So bring your legs down. If you have a lotus, you can do the lotus fish, of course, or if your legs are straight, you just bring your seat under, your hands underneath the seat, push your chest up, bring the top of the head down. You have the option of raising your legs up about 45 degrees. And then from here, Vasisthasana breath. Now, if your feet are up or wherever they are, bring them close to the seat. Keep your head where it is. Take your hands out from underneath. Place your hands in front of your head a little bit to the side, each side. Lift your seat up. Slide your head further in and then turn your hands around, getting set up for Kundinasana. Your fingers are facing now towards your feet, a little bit to the outside as well. And if you feel ready, lift your head up off the ground for Kundinasana. Good. That's it, Brian. Get your legs straighter. Come off your heels. Lift. Try to get your legs and your arms straighter. Beautiful, Georgia. Good. That's nice, Brian. If you want, you can flip over to the other side and back if you like, if you know that one. Okay. All right. Try it again. Just try to stay up a little bit longer in your Uttanasana or come up again. There you go, Georgia. Good. All right. All right. And make your way down. Relax. Breathe in. Breathe out, soften everything. Now, from here,
here, bring the right leg up. Ankle grasp. Take hold of the ankle, bring your knee onto your shoulder, and just pull on the foot, trying to stretch the leg. Be very flexible. You might be able to allow your leg to go to the right a little bit and bring your foot down to the ground beside your head. That's it. Beautiful. Now from here, slowly you can come in, make your way into half happy baby pose. So you're going to bend the knee, the heel comes over the knee, and then just move your knee to the outside of the body underneath your arm. That's it. And from here you can see if you can make your way and try and get your leg behind your head. So move your shoulder in front of the knee, your right shoulder. If you need to, you bring your left knee right up into your body. So come into a tuck. And then just try to push the back, the knee up as high as possible so the knee comes close to the ear. Lift your head up off the ground, lift your shoulders up. Push the foot back towards the mat behind you. Tuck your chin in. And then you might be able to get your leg behind your head. And then bring your left leg forward. Again, stretch your leg out. That's it. If you don't have your leg behind your head, no big deal. Just keep working your half happy baby pose with your shoulder in front of the knee. That's it. Now we're going to come back to seated. Swing the left leg up. And then, whoops, roll right into seated. Push into your hands and come up. All right, so a few options here. If you have your leg behind your head, I can't see if everyone's got the leg behind the head, but if you do have your leg behind your head, you can do a few options to come into an arm balance. So show that one first. If you have a leg behind your head, you lift your base up. And from here, tuck your knee in. Whoops. Make your way into Kundinasana if you like. You can press into your hands. Those you want to come into Handstands. And then back. If you do not have your leg behind your head, Vasisthasana. So you hang your arm, your leg over your arm. You cross your left ankle over the right. Come into Vasisthasana, and then from here, you bring your left leg through between your arms into Kundinasana and back. So a few different options, okay? Good. That's it, Georgia. Bring your body forward. That's it. Bring your leg right through. Sneak it through. And then when you're ready, just go back onto your back. Your left knee to your left shoulder this time and pull on your foot. Trying to get your leg closer to your foot closer to your head. Be very flexible again. You try to bring your foot right to the ground beside your head. Just always move according to your condition. Don't go to a place of anxiety or pain. This is not what you want to transmit. Keep thinking that how you're feeling right now is affecting everybody to a certain extent. So try to feel good as much as possible. Good. Half happy baby pose. See if you can move your left shoulder in front of the left knee. That's it. And if you get your shoulder in front of the knee, push into the back of the knee. Bring your right leg in, right into a tuck. Bring your knee close to your shoulder. And just have to kind of worm your way through. Just try to lift your shoulders and your head up off the mat. Push the foot back a little bit. And then see if you can get your foot behind your head eventually. There you go. That's it. There you go. Push your head forward and your foot back. That's it. Keep pushing into the back of the knee. There you go. That's it. That's coming. That's it. Just pull on the foot a little bit towards the right and bring your head down, and then it'll come. Okay. All right. And now from here, I think George already did it, but you can try it again if you like. You bring your right leg up and swing back into seated position. And then from here, you can make your way into that sequence if you like. If you have your leg on your head, lift your leg, sneak your leg through underneath, press into your hands, Kundinasana, swivel around into Kundinasana. Back down, or you can do the Vasisthasana one. Okay, you hook your foot, your left leg goes over your left arm. You hook your foot on top, and then you see you can come up into arm balance. And from here, you can see you can snake your right leg in between your legs into Kundinasana and back into Chaturanga. There you go. Awesome. All right, from here, let's come onto our bellies for a moment. Breathe in, breathe out. Relax everything. Starting off with Cobra. Place your hands beside your chest. Roll the shoulders back and make your way up. Try to imagine yourself in the form of a cobra, in the body of a cobra. Have that boundless range of motion. Beautiful. Bring your head all the way back so it looks like almost you're upside down. Now open up your feet a little bit. Bring your fingertips as close to your hips as possible on the other side of the hip. Press into your fingertips and push into your fingertips. Get even more height. Bring your body up. So just the tops of your thighs are on the ground. And then see if you can bend your knees. Bring your toes up towards your head. Imagine you're squeezing socks behind your knees. Allow your shoulders to fall back. But keep on lifting up the chest. Keep on lengthening the throat. That's it. Bring hands right close. There you go. There you go. That's it. Bingo. And nice. Come back down. Relax. Rest your forehead on your hands. That's it, Brian. There you go. Beautiful. Awesome. Relax. Okay, so now coming back to seated. So we can do either rabbit pose or camel. So rabbit pose is with your heels, bend your toes under so your heels come higher, bring your heels together, lean back, bring your right hand to your heel, left hand to your heel, cross your baby fingers together, and you're holding your heel with your thumb and your index finger. Make your hips fall forward like you're about to fall on your thighs. If you can do it with your feet flat, you can do Uttanasana. Lean back so you can bring your right hand again on the right foot, left hand, left foot, push your hips forward. Again, drop your head back. Try to have your chest the highest point on your body, like the camel's hump. Allow your head to drop all the way back as much as you can. Again, changing your perspective, being open to all possibilities, all perspectives. Good. And reverse, come back out, come into child's pose, and you can just hammer on the back if you like. Then come up. Now you can repeat either one of those. If you have the flexibility to come into Kapiyasana, you can. You can take the hand to the elbow, keep the arm extended. So you have to anchor down through the shins and the tops of the feet. Engage your thighs and your core. go back. And then the hand touches the ground, and then your other hand comes down. You can hold the edge of the mat here and just stay like this, or you can bring your head down to the ground. Eventually you can bring your hands, scooch them in, so you can find your toes and get your elbows on the ground. You can also come from the back. So you lie down on your back, you make your way as though you're doing the Urdhva Dhanurasana, hands beside your head, and just slide your head back until you're on top of the head, and then work from there. Okay, so move your hands in, try to get your elbows down. Or camel exercise, again. That's it. All poses done as an offering are equally meaningful, whether you're doing the fanciest pose, whether you're doing the simplest pose. If you do it as an offering, then it becomes amazing. That's it. And break the pose, come back, child's pose. Breathe in, breathe out. And roll your way up. All right, one last back bend. This is your choice. You can do anything you want. You can do a handstand, scorpion, or whatever. Try to do a back bend of some sort. So even if you have to use a wall or something, you can try that. Or you can do forearm balance, scorpion, or you can do Urdhva Dhanurasana or Dhanurasana. Anything you want, go ahead. Back bend of your choice. If you do one side, make sure you do both sides depending on what kind of pose you do. If it's, that's it. Beautiful, Brian. That's it. Boyan, push one foot, the toes of one foot into the other, and then really bring your head forward, and you might be able to get your toes closer to your head. That's it. Bring your head forward a little bit more. That's it, Georgia. There you go. Push one foot into the other. You use the toes to assist you to come. That's it. It's coming. Beautiful. That's awesome, Georgia. Good. All right. 20 more seconds. That's it, Georgia. And then break the pose. Coming into a twist. Beautiful efforts, everybody. So we're going to just take your feet. I should do it this way here. Okay, so bring your knees and your feet together. Right hand behind your back, left arm up. And then press the forearm against the outer right thigh. Move to your right. Look over your right shoulder. Some of you might be able to bind. You bring your knees a little bit over to the left, the right, and then snake your arm underneath your legs. And you bind your hands beside your left hip. Yeah, bring your knees forward a little bit, lean forward. Sit with your back straight. Twist. With each exhale, go a little bit deeper. Now coming into sort of an inverted one, threading the needle. So you're going to bring the knees right down to the ground to the right, come up into table, and from here you're going to walk your hands all the way around to your right. So you can get your left shoulder down on the outside of the right knee. And then you can take your right arm all the way across, over to the right, towards the ground. Alternatively, you can bring your left arm behind your knees and take your bind beside your left thigh. Eventually, the idea is to try to get both shoulders, back of the shoulders down on the ground so your chest is flat. Make sure you can breathe. Don't close off the airway. That's it. And return, coming back. Same way. And we do the other side now. So knees and feet back together. Right arm up, left arm behind the back. And then press your form against the outer left thigh. Inhale, push the lower back up and in. Turn to your left. Take your bind if you like. So you have to lean forward a little bit so you can get your arm underneath your leg. Sit upright, push the lower back up and in. Then release, threading the needle. So just bring your knees right down to your left, come into table position, and walk your hands all the way around as far as they'll go to your left, and try to get your right shoulder down on the ground beside your left knee. And then you can either slip your right arm behind your knees and take your bind beside your right thigh outside, or take your left arm all the way to the ground or towards ground on the other side, or just keep your hand on your sacrum, your seat. Pull the leg back. Good. Nice. That's it. So you go all the way to your left. Slowly break the pose. Lie on your back for Shavasana. So make your way down. Rest on your back. Relax. Now just imagine the best of the best is taking place now. Shavasana is a most effective way of removing impurities. As you inhale, feel a flood of the benefits from the practice coming in. Feels like you're drawing in the best of the best that the universe has to offer you. And it comes to you as a result of your offering that you just made through the practice. With each inhale, just keep on having that surge of that goodness coming into you, filling up your whole being. And with the exhale, just like the tide that goes out to the beach, imagine that's pulling all the negativity out in any form it exists. Anything that does not serve you, that doesn't help you in any way, that prevents you from being fully receptive and fully content. And as you inhale, imagine all that goodness just going right to the spiritual heart, which is at the center of the chest in the right side of the physical heart. This is a dwelling place of God. And as God is equally present in all beings, know that all the benefits are being
sent out to all beings everywhere. So now just listen to the instructions, stay alert. And we're just going to relax the body systematically to promote even more release and more ability to be receptive. From the left toes, inhale all the way up through the left leg, all the way up through the hip, and up the spine, all the way to the crown of the head. Exhale all the way back down, the same way. As it goes down the spine, feel the left side of the body just sinking into the ground, the left side of the back just getting heavy. The left hip, the left thigh, lower leg, and the foot, all just dropping heavily into the ground. From the right toes, inhale up through the foot, through the leg, through the hip, right up the spine, right up to the crown. Exhale all the way back down. Feel the right side of the body sinking, right side of the back just getting heavier and heavier. The right hip, the right leg, all the way to the foot. Feel completely dead and heavy. From the left fingertips, inhale up through the left arm. All the way up, through the neck, right to the crown. Exhale back down. Through the shoulder gets heavy, the left arm, right down to the hands. Everything feels heavy, dead-like, lifeless. And from the other side now, the right fingertips, inhale up through the hand, up through the arm, right through the neck to the crown. Exhale back down the same way. Feel the right side of the head getting heavy, the right shoulder sinking into the ground, the right arm, same thing, getting so heavy, right down to the hand and the fingers. From the top of the head now, inhale down the spine, down the left side of the body now, down the left leg, all the way to the foot and to the toes, the very tips of the toes of the left foot. Exhale and a return path back to the crown. Just imagine any tension that still remains in the body, in the leg or in the hip or in the back, released. Feel everything just sinking into the ground. Dead-like. Once again, starting at the crown. Inhale down all the way through the spine, over to the right hip and down the right leg, all the way to the foot and to the toes of the right foot. Exhale on the way back. Again, any tension that you encounter along the way, any tightness, any feeling of restriction still, let it go. Feel everything just drop. All the tension just dropping out of the body. Arms and legs, the back, sinking down even more. Heavy, heavy, heavy. Now from the solar plexus, once again, from that source of your inner power, inhale up through the spine, right to the crown. Exhale back down to the solar plexus. On the way down, just feel as though the power just going everywhere, out throughout the body. Allow yourself to feel empowered and strong. Feel yourself immersed in your fortitude. Now from the base of the spine, inhale all the way up to the crown.
exhale back down to the base of the spine. Feel grounded. Feel the back sinking down even more. From the fingertips, from the toes, and even through the pores of the skin. Pull in, once again, the best of the best. Bring it all the way up through the arms, through the legs, up through the spine, and right to the crown. And as you exhale, feel it again diffusing all the way throughout the body. Fill your whole being with it. And send it out through the pores of your skin as well to all beings everywhere, so all beings benefit from it. Now feel yourself as though you're a vessel for all that energy. Hold it as an offering for God. And through God, we all become one. So rest your mind on the infinite. Imagine what infinite means to you, or just imagine some type of infinity, what you can approach, what you can perceive as infinite. Perhaps it's looking out into space with all the infinite number of stars and galaxies. So many that we don't even know of. And we are just so small compared to all that. Or maybe you're looking out to the ocean and all those waves, ever constant, just continuously rolling. Or the sky, however you want to imagine. And that is representative of the love and the wisdom and the goodness that we're trying to find in ourselves to approach our true nature, which is divine. And in fact, it's already all there. Through the practice of yoga, we bit by bit remove all those veils, those illusions that cause us to think otherwise, that cause us to think that we are less than that, less than infinite, less than divine. But in truth, we are one with God. Whose nature is immortal, infinite, immutable. Repeat the following sentence to yourself 3 times to ingrain this idea in your mind and heart every day as a reminder of your true nature. So now repeat this following sentence 3 times. I am one with God and one with all beings.
prepare slowly and gently to reacquaint yourself with the body, to come back into that vehicle that allows you to carry out your mission of spreading love to all beings, spreading the knowledge that helps us, that helps others to attain their goal of self-realization too. So very quietly and gently and mindfully, silently, make your way back up to a seated position. Through the practice of yoga, we learn to assume the forms, copy the forms that help us to see how God manifests in each and every one of us. And when we see God in those forms, it becomes absolutely unthinkable to try to bring harm to them. So keep that intention of just cultivating your compassion through the practice, and all will transform. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Be receptive to the divine grace within. Be receptive to the grace of God. Namaste. Thank you so very much for coming. It's been an honor to be with you.